Y'all problem is not getting money, man. Y'all get money, bro. Some of y'all some hustling mom. Woo! I don't want to cuss, but you know who you is. Y'all get money. The problem is what you do when you get it. You blow it on the dumbness, and then at that you scared to lose it. How you blow it on stuff you don't get a return back, but you scared to buy a piece of Apple, buy a piece of ownership in Apple, buy a piece of ownership in the liquor store on the corner, buy a piece of ownership on the gas station, the Burger King you go to, something. Buy a house, an investment house, not to live there, to rent it out, not to live there. We talking about an investment house. Y'all scared to do that. Y'all go put it in the bank account, and guess what? They use the money to go invest it. It's not getting money. Y'all get money, man. Start using it differently. That's it.
White people teach their children not just financial literacy, but teach them financial understanding and financial comprehension. And the general rule that you'll find that most Caucasian and wealthy people teach their children is to follow what's called the 10-10-10-70 rule. 10% of your money you should give to a cause you believe in, charity. 10% of your money you should save, put it in a savings account for yourself. The other 10% you should develop an investment fund to figure out how you can find something to make your money work for you instead of you working for your money. And then the rest of your life should be lived off that 70%. And I've also found that you'll see that wise people, they do not buy something once if they can't buy it twice. And if we started following that 10% charity, 10% investment fund, 10% saving, living off of 70%, not buying something once if we couldn't afford to buy it twice, we'll find that we are putting ourselves in a position where we always have cushion capital to deal with the problems of life, and we will not be engaged in this excessive unnecessary toil that comes from poverty. We'll be able to have a freer mind, less stress, and be able to have access to our creativity, find our purpose, fulfill our purpose, and get some real joy and happiness out of life.
How y'all doing this morning? Um, yeah, nice rainy day today. You know, I look forward to rainy days. Sometimes I get a day off of work when it rains like this. But we got some interesting developments that's going on in the real world outside of YouTube and the cyber nonsense. Free my dog 86K, man. They got my boy in jail, man. This man lost his channels. He can't even type in the chat, man. Free 86, man. I think these people are a bunch of punks, man. They say whatever they want to say, and when a man respond, they want to flag. I think it's weak and it's coward shit. Um, Shout out to 86K, man. Shoot, if you need a platform or something, man, once you get your channel, let me know. I'll post a link in all the chats that I'll frequent, cause that ain't gonna stop no show. Whatever you doing wrong, man, you'll figure it out, man. But shout out to you, bruh. I know you in the bushes somewhere in the clouds, man. They got you in punishment. That's crazy. What up, DT, Taco Man, Brian Sterling? Shout out to y'all, T Rail. Hey, I got a new member, man. Appreciate you, man. We got NJS78, man. Appreciate the membership, man. Salute to you for that. Uh, Dion Bernstein, appreciate you in here this morning. Um, Guys, I want you guys to listen, man. This is what I be on here talking about. When I come on this mic and I'm talking about this financial markets, man. This is why I be talking about it, man. Whoever was listening and was dollar cost averaging and didn't care about losing money, and when the market went down, they just added ownership. Everybody is waking up today is super excited. I'm talking about super excited. I made almost $5,000 yesterday just because the market moved up. I didn't even do anything because you know why? When the market was tanking and it was red and everybody was crying, I just kept adding ownership, adding ownership, adding ownership. Once the move is made, it's too late. You can't wake up this morning and then decide, oh, maybe I should buy right now. No, the move is made. Now you got to let the market settle out again and let the market relax a little bit because it's going insane right now, right? You got to let it cool off a little bit, let it die down. When people stop thinking about it, that's when you're going to get your good prices. When nobody's talking about it, when it's everybody crying and panicking, that's when you get the good prices. The goal is to add ownership. So, you got to stick with it. You can't be scared of the money. You got to focus on the ownership. Don't let the money scare you. Focus on the ownership. So right now, look at my boy Bitcoin. All these people running their mouth, man. Look at my boy Bitcoin. I just seen my boy Bitcoin hanging out at 79, 80,000. Didn't you? Now we back up at 102,000. What you waiting for? Look at my boy Bitcoin, chilling, creating generational wealth as we speak. 103,000. Now, guys, this is very important. We gotta break the all-time high at 108,000. Bitcoin needs to break that. It needs to break 108,000, and we might be running to 125,000. But it needs to break the all-time highs of 108,000. It has to do it. If it don't do that, that means it's a failed rally. That means we have a lower high, which means a downtrend is probably going to come. And then you're going to have, this is just charts. This is just technical analysis that I'm speaking to you, right? I'm not showing you on a chart or anything, but I'm just telling you, you want to get a higher high, right? With any chart in the world, any graph that's charted, all right, with any cryptocurrency, any stock, anything, a higher high signals a uptrend. A lower high, which means the high that we're trying to get to now, we need to break 108,000. If Bitcoin can break 108,000, that means we might be on a run. But the run won't last long. Okay? It's only so much excitement one can get until there's no more money left to put in the pile. This is a game of patience and chess when you're playing these markets. All right? We know Bitcoin is now going to be considered an asset class. No more of that scam shit. No more of none of that. It's official. All the countries and everybody is looking for this asset called Bitcoin. It's a digital asset. I like to think about it like digital real estate. Okay? It's almost like you're buying real estate in the blockchain. Okay. We just cracked back above 100,000. We sitting at 103,000. If Bitcoin breaks above 108,000 with momentum, we might see 125. At that point, I'll be selling. You get it? Because there's too much momentum in the market. I'm going to show you. Okay, this is what I do every morning, man. I go over here, I look. First thing I see is the fear and greed index. Right? So we're going to show you what the fear and greed index look like. I'm going to show you guys what I do. That way you can do it yourself. Okay? Once again, the link, if anybody doesn't have a crypto portfolio or any crypto account, the link to start your own account has nothing to do with me. Is pinned at the top of the chat. All right, you hit that link. It's my referral link. Basically, I'm referring you to crypto.com. That's what I use. Okay, that's a platform I use. No, they don't pay me. I just do a lot of research, and they are one of the most secure networks, exchanges. As far as the ENA, highly regulated. Okay, that's why I picked that exchange to trade my crypto. Okay, so the link is pinned at the top of the chat for anybody that want to start their own account. By you're using my referral link, I'll get some crypto and you'll get some crypto. So, fair exchange, no robbery. Or if you don't want to give me any crypto, you could just sign up to crypto.com yourself through the app store. Because I personally don't care. I'm here to try to help you. But if you want to use the link, it's pinned at the top of the chat. All right. As we looking at my boy Bitcoin sitting over here at $103,000, and I was talking about this at $15,000. 15,000. I was talking about this. $15,000. I seen it at $3,000. That's when I first started learning about it. When it was at 3,000, it's $100,000 more than when I first seen it. Well, I first seen it a long time ago at $900, and they was really downing it, saying all type of crazy stuff, and we didn't have the access to knowledge like we do now through this internet. It wasn't as popular as it is now. So now once I seen it at 3,000, cause see, it went all the way to 20,000, and then it crashed, and it was at 3,000, and I didn't know nothing about the markets, and I was like, man, that shit ain't never gonna get back to 20,000. I was just like everybody else. It wasn't as much information as it is now circulating. You have no excuse not to be informed, except that you just choose not to be. Wake and bake. Woo wee. What's up, CX? Appreciate y'all pulling up. So listen, let me get this over with. Let's get the knowledge in for the day, and then we can go on and look at other dumb shit that really doesn't matter. All right. The whole time Donald Trump was campaigning about presidency, I was just focused on, man, this dude gonna be good for my bank account, because all that other stuff, man, I can't, it's just opinion based nonsense, right? It has nothing to do with you, right? What can you do? This is one thing I know that I can do with this man in the White House. I don't care about your preferences. I don't care about your racism. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about your genderism, your classism, none of that shit, bruh. I care about my bank account, my children. What can I do to use this man presidency to my fucking advantage? Period. That's it. Y'all could argue about all that other stuff. I raise men and I raise women. A man child and a boy child. And I know the difference. I don't need no politician to tell me what the definition of a man or a woman is. That sounds stupid to me. Right? Y'all could argue about that shit. I know if I'm at my daughter basketball game or my daughter track meet and it's a boy on the field racing with her, I'm raising hell. I know that already. I don't need no government to tell me shit. I'm raising hell right then and there. The track meet is not going on or I'm going to jail. You're not about to have this dude on the field racing against my daughter. Stop it. The hell is this? If that's the case, I'm putting my son on the field to race against that boy. So since you want to put that boy on the field, hey Noah, get on the line then. This nigga want to play? Since he want to play, hey Noah, get in the game, sub in. Yep. We gonna even it out a little bit. Now y'all got a boy on your team, and I got a boy on my team. How you want to act? Don't no government gotta tell me that shit. All of that stuff is a blur. This is what you can use to make money for you and your family. This right here. That's all I care about. All right. So when I come on to in the morning and log into my internet, the first thing I go to is not NBA scores. The first thing I go to is not what happened last night. It's not the news. None of that shit. Right here, Coin Market Cap. First thing I do every morning, I hit up Coin Market Cap. I want to see what's going on. Yo, come on, Bitcoin, get above 108. Do that for the kid one time and I'm out of there. That's all I'm asking you. All right, so the first thing I do is I look at Coin Market Cap. So we going to zoom it back out, make the screen right. And then we going to talk about this and then get up out of here and go laugh and joke at whatever the fuck we think is funny on here, you know, and get up out of here. So what you're looking at on the screen is not Spanish, okay? This is English. And I'm going to show you it's not that hard to look at. This is just a chart of the past day. This is what a Bitcoin itself has done in 24 hours. When you look up here, you see the 3% move. That's not much in crypto. This is why I own very little Bitcoin. So people want to say, Biz, why you talk about Bitcoin so much and you don't own that much? Because Bitcoin is the godfather of crypto. When Bitcoin decides to make these little 3% moves, the shit affects the market tremendously. I got stuff that I own in my portfolio that's up 22% off of this shit, right? So I'm looking for the greater return, and I'm using risk reward ratio to get that return. I just want the return on my investment because I'm a patient guy, right? This game is about patience, and you're playing chess against the rest of the population. You can win. Just do the opposite. That's it. So when I'm looking at this 1 day chart, it's like, damn, we up. Biz, would you buy Bitcoin right now? Ah, why would I buy it now if I didn't want to buy it at 80,000 when it dropped to 80,000? That means you don't believe. You're a scaredy cat. When you got this man in the office, this man Donald Trump sitting in the office, and he's saying stuff out of his mouth like this, and you scared to buy Bitcoin?
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And that's what's going to happen.
All right, now I want this to sink in. When Donald Trump said this, price of Bitcoin was maybe 65,000. Listen to me. Maybe 65,000. The market ran up. Right? Maybe 70,000. People bought it at 70,000 off of him announcing that. When he said that, Bitcoin went up because of the rally. I want you to pay attention. Okay? Listen. Bitcoin went up, and then guess what it did? It went back down. After he said this, it went back down about $60-some thousand. So what do we get? We get when he says this, the market goes up. Then everybody adjusts to the news that he just said. Then what? The market goes back down. Even though he said this, if you would have bought at 70,000, you would have bought at 60. If you would have just kept buying, added ownership, after you heard what the fuck he just said, you would be damn near double your money already. Let that thing sink in. Right? Okay. So now what's going on in the world to causing all this bullshit? Rick more corrupt. Everybody going crazy now all over again. Understand human psychology. And you're going to make money, man. I'm telling you. Understand human psychology. The fuck the money. See, that's not the problem here. The problem is your emotions. You getting emotional about the situation. When you see the market go up, you want to buy because you don't want to be left out. When you see the market go down, you want to sell because you don't want to lose money. When you're not looking at human psychology. Listen, man, Bitcoin is that dude. Period. Buy that shit. That's it. Be consistent. Shut the fuck up and buy that shit. When that shit drop, you better look at it as an opportunity. More importantly than Bitcoin breaking 108,000, we needed to stay above 100,000. That's a psychological level right there. So, more importantly for me than Bitcoin breaking 108,000, I want to see a floor formed at around $100,000. Man, that means everybody that invested Bitcoin below 100,000 is in profit, unless they sold because they were scared and emotional. This game is about patience, man. It's about patience. So, as we looking at this chart right here, this is the 1-day chart of Bitcoin. First of all, man, investing is more about you being emotional than it is about money. The money is gonna come. You just gotta outplay your own self, yo. Yourself getting away. You know how many times I see myself wanting to buy something because it's going up, and I feel like I get left out. I'm like, man, I better hurry up and buy because I have no clue on understanding emotions. So I'm about to help everybody right now. I pray that this bitch stay above 100,000. If not above it, like right around it, like 98, 101, right there. Just keep going right there, motherfucker. Don't go no lower. Please don't go no lower. Because if it start to go lower, guess what? People gonna lose faith. And then you're gonna get that downward momentum. And everybody's gonna start doing what? Crying like a little baby all over again. And then what do you should do at that point? Overcome your emotions. Understand this shit don't make no sense. Bitcoin going to the moon. Did you just hear what Donald Trump just said? Right? Do you not see the policies they put in place to capitalize off of crypto? Let the market fucking move. All you need to do is own it and keep adding ownership. Be consistent. That's it. That's all you got to do. But in the moment, it gets hard to do that. You know what I do sometimes? I turn the phone off, don't even look. Couple days, man. Fuck this shit. Let the market do its thing. Like yesterday when this shit was start pumping like a motherfucker, I turned my phone off. I stopped watching it. All day long, I didn't look at it because I didn't want to get emotional attached to the money. I just understand what I bought. The same. What's the difference? What's so much of a difference between an assets from 2 days ago and 2 weeks from now? Why does it go up in value? Only one reason. Emotion. Human emotion. That's it. Still the same shit. So when it goes down in value, what makes it less of a Bitcoin than when it goes up in value? It's still a fucking Bitcoin. Right? Your emotions is making that price go up and down. It's because you're emotional. You still need the fucking Bitcoin. That's what you need. You need that shit. So just buy it a little bit at a time with throwaway money, no matter the price. Just be consistent. Add ownership little by little. Don't worry that you paid a little bit more than you did this week than you did that week. The key is to gain the ownership because when days like this happen, it's too late. The move has already been fucking made. Look how fast this shit starts moving like that. It just boom, it's over with. You're like, damn. And now you're the one buying at 103,000 when 2 days ago that shit was just at 80,000. You know what? I've been buying this. I've been Bitcoin. Remember, I have very little Bitcoin. I use Bitcoin as the guide. I just like to use Bitcoin as the guide because it's the godfather. Okay. So let's take a look at history. Let's go a month ago. You see, we've been in an upward trend this entire time in Bitcoin, going up a month. Nobody's been talking about it until Donald Trump yesterday. Now I'm gonna bring up the yearly chart, right, to show you that if you bought it at 65,000 a year ago, you're up. Wherever you bought this shit at, you will be up unless you bought it right here. This is that 108 biz talking about up here. It needs to break above this shit, man. I need Bitcoin not to come here and stop coming down. See, I'm not excited yet. I'm chilling, right? I need this shit to break the previous high, right? And then it's fucking ball out time. This bitch can run. This bitch gonna have balls. This bitch might hit 125, 130. I'm out. I don't give a damn. I'm out at that point. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why I say that. We gonna make some money around here playing with these people, man. These people owe me money. These people that run these markets and shit, they owe me money. They think I'm stupid. I'm listening to them. Donald Trump say shit like this around 60,000. BlackRock comes out and announces that Bitcoin is digital gold. When he did that, the price was around 60,000. Remember that. They're not gonna let the price go too lower than that. That's where they money at. So the floor for Bitcoin is no longer $10,000 like it used to be. The floor is higher now because the big money involved. And big money not like you. They not scary like you. They got a lot of fucking money and a lot of time. They got businesses that been in business for 50 years, 60 years. They don't care about your life. You gonna die. They still gonna have this business. They still gonna be owning shit when you die. They're not giving up their ownership. The company is gonna keep going. Another person is gonna get hired, and they're gonna keep pushing that money. They got more time than all of us. That's why they don't give a fuck. Their goal is to buy all the ownership, especially if these popular assets. Don't marry anything. You don't marry this thing. I'm married to the money, right? I'm trying to find a return for my investment. That's it. It's the only reason I came in the market is to find a return for my investment. That's it. I don't care what vehicle is going to take me there. I just need to get there, right? Okay. So when we zoom out right here, this is where you were supposed to buy, right? And I came on stream talking about this shit. This was the tariff when he first announced all them tariffs, and the market just didn't like that shit, and it went all the way down here. I made a live stream and I said, yo, this is bullshit. So you telling me people mad about these tariffs? This is buy time, right? The fear and greed index was at an 18, a 15, 18. What is that telling you? The sentiment in the market is negative. Everybody in the market is negative. So what does that tell me? To be positive. That's when I'm supposed to load the boat. Pay attention. Pay attention. Now we filling back up with excitement and greed. Greed is a sin. Greed make me push sell. I'm in a sell mode right now because everybody wants the asset that I have that's going to push the price up to the highest it could go. I'm in sell mode right now. I'm no longer in buy mode. I was in buy mode when they announced this tariff bullshit because I seen the fear and greed index drop all the way down there. I stay level headed. I don't get excited. I don't get mad. I don't get pissed. I understand. I've been through this shit. Who wants to be a millionaire? You know that game? Who wants to be a millionaire? I like that game. And I'm going to play that game using these markets, right? Okay, so you see this when you zoom out, you look. This was the time when they was talking about that tariff shit. And the market was, everybody was acting like a bitch. Look what you got. You got the lowest price. Then it runs up. Anything, the best thing in the world is knowledge. So even if you don't have any money in here, just listen to me talk. Please. You're going to learn. You're going to learn how these markets move. That way, when you do get some money, you'll be able to put your money to work for you. Right? Money ain't supposed to stay still, man. Money is called liquidity. It's like water. It's like liquid. Liquid like to move, man. It don't like to stay still. When the water starts staying still, that's when you get all that dumbass algae and all that shit in there. If the water constantly moving, that shit flowing. That's what money like to do. You can't leave that shit sitting still. You lose money when you do that because of inflation. This is the best topic in the world. But everybody talking about all this other dumb shit. You need to focus on what matters the most. Let me ask you something. When you go, anywhere you go, what do you need? Money. All right, then. Let's learn about that shit. Let's not think we can't learn about money, man. You got to understand fractional reserve banking. Then you understand how powerful debt is. This is why when I hear idiots get on the mic and say, credit, fuck credit, I just be like, yo, man. I don't use no credit. I just buy everything cash. I just be listening to that shit. Like, yo, y'all stupid or something? You know you could leverage that shit, man. The fact that you have $100,000 cash in the bank, they're gonna give you more money to use. Use their money. That's how they operate. The same bank you went and put your money in, they operate under fractional reserve banking, which means they can loan out money to other people that they don't have. And then you understand that this whole system is created on debt. Then you understand debt is powerful. It's just the right type of debt. That's it. You want to have the debts and assets, not in bullshit. You don't want to be in credit card debt because you done charged up a bunch of dumb shit. That's not how you use credit. Credit is a tool to get you the bigger credit so you can go keep making business moves and become wealthy by using debt. By using debt. How do you get access to debt? Easy. Get your credit right. When I'm on here talking, y'all want to talk about bullshit all the time. That shit so irritating, man. This is the best topic in the fucking world because this is what you need the most in the world. You need to understand how this shit flow. That way you could capitalize. You won't be broke and crying on your whole life. And then you crying so much your whole life. Your kids don't learn nothing but to cry like you. Because that's all you've been doing is fucking crying your whole life. Pity me, the fool. I'm just so they got us on chains. No, your brain is in chains. Don't nobody got you in chains. Your brain is in chains. You know who got that shit in chains like that? Your previous generation, because somewhere along the line, it's a disconnect right there. And it's so hard for a motherfucker to say, yo, let me learn about money. You rather learn about fucking rap music and shit. Shit is crazy. The motherfuckers know the whole verse. To the nigga whole catalog, nigga. A song this nigga play, you could sing that shit. But you can't tell me how money move. Why your money supposed to circulate for you? What's the goal with money? What is the fucking purpose of money? To make more money. That's the purpose of it. So why put it in your savings account and then be mad 10 years from now because that $20,000 you saved ain't worth a fuck no more? It doesn't have the same spending power because you were scared to let your money do what it wants to do, which is move. That shit want to move. It don't want to stay still. Look at Bitcoin. So this was the time you supposed to buy it when the emotion was acting like a baby. Everybody's crying like a little bitch. This when you were supposed to buy it right here. Boom. All right. Now, what are we supposed to do? If you bought right here, this is telling me you're in return. So what should you do? Logically speaking, without the emotion involved and you thinking Bitcoin going to $1 million tomorrow, you're supposed to secure some money. But you know what happens, right? That shit called greed kicks in. You sitting there saying to yourself, it can go higher. It can go higher. It can go higher. Next thing you know, you ride this bitch all the way back down. And now you gotta wait again. Right? If you buy here, now let's watch the indicator that's gonna tell me, Biz, when to start shedding my money. Like around starting now. Starting now. I'm gonna show you. All right, so let's look and see about the fear and greed index. Let's go back out of here. All right, so we know this was the tariff time. All right, over here was when everybody was still scared to buy Bitcoin. This shit is crazy. Now, if you buy right now, you better be prepared to take a little loss. Be ready for this shit to start coming down a little bit. Unless we break this 108. Bitcoin, do me that. Do me that solid, bro. Break over this 108 real quick. Bro, we gonna be going to 110, 115. That shit gonna get dumb. That shit gonna be like 125, and I'm gonna be like, yo, who wanna buy my Bitcoin, motherfucker? I was buying this shit for the low. Y'all can have this shit. Let me cash out. Because the goal is to return on the investment. It's not to become a millionaire overnight. That is crazy to think about. If that happens, what's too good to be true normally is too good to be true. It's a work. It's a journey through this investing world. You know, you're gonna take losses. What I'm trying to do is make you skip past those losses, because you're gonna learn all this shit if you really get into investing. That emotion runs this shit. The shit is still the same asset as it was 10 years ago. You know that, right? 10 years ago, you could buy it pennies on a dollar. Now it costs over 100,000. It's the same shit that it was back then. So focus on what? The asset. Don't focus on the money. The money come with the asset. All right. So this when you put to buy it, it run up. Now let's tell me, Biz, what are you talking about? Let's go to school, right? We're gonna go right here to this fear and greed index. This shit load up because I pushed it back. Ain't going back. Let me see. Let me click on this. There we go. All right. Now, what you seeing on your screen right here, look in the middle. This is my first thing I look at. Actually, before I click on Bitcoin, I just take a look right here. All right, we at 70. You see this? Fear and greed index? This is the key. This is the key. Okay? This is the sentiment in the market. All right? This is telling you how people emotionally feel about the market. Look at the key. All right, we're going to watch it. When the tariff news got announced, the fear and greed index was down here. Look, 4725 right here. You see how low it was in the red? The hell with the price. Look to the left, right? Look back on this chart. Can I blow this shit up? I think so. Yes. All right. When you look back on this chart right here, I got to get it a little bit bigger. I want to be able to take the mouse off. All right, boom. When you look down here, this when the tariff news was announced. This when the market was where? Extreme fear. This was the best time to buy the market. Now look, we're coming out of fear, entering into this greed area. We want to sell it in this range up here, right? So we coming to the sell point. Look to the left. Every time we get in extreme greed, what happens? Every single time. It dropped. The market comes back down. The market comes back down. This is emotional. This is emotion. This is tracking the motion in the market right now. We at a 70. We are in greed territory right now. The market, the emotions of the market is in greed. Everybody wants to get rich. You think that's gonna happen? Fuck the market. Fuck your portfolio. Fuck all that. Just think your logic. You think everybody in the world is gonna get rich? No. But this is what the market feels. Everybody think they about to get rich. Everybody think if they buy Bitcoin, they're gonna make money. Everybody thinking this right now. Wrong. This is why they buying it at these inflated prices. This is why Bill's gonna sell it to them at those inflated prices when they think that everybody gonna make a millionaire. Huh? Well, you make the millionaire then, right? When everybody's crying and acting like a baby, like they're gonna lose their life savings, and the sun ain't gonna come out tomorrow. Like when COVID came around and all these negative and these tariffs and all this shit, and everybody act like God's creation, the sun ain't coming out tomorrow. This is when I'm going in the market buying all that shit up for the low. Because think about it. The only people that really holding at that point is people that want to that got belief in the asset and want to hold. Because all the people that just come to make the money, they gone. They scared already. You got real believers in Bitcoin when the market is at this low, when it's in down here in extreme fear. These real holders. Now we coming back, pushing into this extreme greed territory. Listen, man, I'm about to exit the market. I'm soon about to make this move and exit this market because you're gonna see what I'm saying. If we start seeing 125 and shit, this goddamn greed, this fear and greed index gonna be up in this range up here. Motherfucker would be, Bitcoin going to 200,000. Oh shit! Time to get out the way. When motherfucker walking up to they ain't start yet. This the crazy part. People ain't start walking up to me talking about this shit yet. When they start walking up and everybody think they gonna get rich, I'm out. Y'all can have this shit. You know why? Because I done made all the money. That's it. That tells me I made enough money. Because if I'm the one buying when everybody else is scared, that means I'm getting the dirt cheap prices right there. The money is made when you buy. The money is not made when you sell. That's when you capitalize off your investment. But if you're buying that shit in extreme fear territory, that's when you're making your money. Because once the market reverse and we go back up like it always do, never fails. It's not going to zero. We understand that shit. It's going to be a bottom of this motherfucker. And I'm trying to time that shit and buy that shit. And I don't care if I get the exact bottom. I just want to make sure I'm buying in that area. As we look back, we can see, that tariff situation wasn't even that bad. Duh. That's why that's why Bitcoin's sitting over $100,000 again. When you seen it dropping at 70,000, 79, that shit went to 79. That shit went to 80. You'd have put 80 bands up, you'd have made 20,000 already. And just chilling, waiting. Because I'm not quite there, but I'm getting there. Right? I'm getting there. I'm getting into that greed. I want this thing to start getting up into this greed. If we break 108,000, I'm saying this on live stream. I know what I'm saying. If we break 108,000, which was the previous high, if we break the previous all-time high, this thing might be wanting to move towards 125. I would be happy with 115. They don't hear me. 120, I'm out, bro. Y'all can have this shit. Y'all take this shit to the next 125 then. Fuck it. Y'all can have this shit, huh? Here you go. And I'm going to show you what it's setting up for. It's setting up for the bang. And you know who just told you that? Donald J. Trump himself. But what were you listening to? You want to know about the P. Diddy case, right? When it's a closed court, you can't even see what's going on in the case. You can't wait until that news come out because you just want to know that shit. Fuck that shit. Telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. This is how the rich make money. So we got 70. So we in greed right now. This is greedy. This market is greedy. Everybody think they're gonna be rich. The market is gonna give these people reason to be even more excited because I think we're gonna keep moving up because of this. All right, so we see this, right? Let me back out. I like showing this part right here too. Look at this. Look at Ethereum. Let me show you guys it. We're gonna go down. Bring this shit down. Look, right here. All right, let's look at the market. All right, we see Bitcoin made a fucking 6% move in 7 days, right? Biz is about the money. I understand Bitcoin going to signal to the rest of the market when it's time to make its move, right? And I understand that the bigger returns are in the other assets, right? What did I come here for? The money. That's it. I ain't come for the money, right? So I want to get the money. I don't give a fuck about Bitcoin. Bitcoin gonna make me $1 million. This is where I'm pushing. Fuck that shit. You feel me? So Bitcoin right here, it made 6%. Look at Ethereum, 28% move off of this 6% move. Because look at Ethereum. In the past 24 hours, it did the 20% alone. This 28% is about 7 days. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum is fucking shit up. Look at Ethereum. You know when you were supposed to buy this shit? When that shit was at 15,000, 13,000. I mean 1,300. Sorry about 1,000 shit. I'm thinking about Bitcoin too much. when that shit was at $1,300, $1,400. But you know what was going on at that time? People was so scared. That's when you was supposed to buy. Look, 3,500, 2,300 right now. If you put a lot of money in here at 1,500, you could sell everything right now. Don't even give a fuck about the next move. Because you done made so much money. This is how they rich don't have to work so much. This is what they do. They see shit like this and they capitalize off this type of shit. This little bit of move from 1,500 to 2,300 made somebody a lot of fucking money, man. I'm talking about millions of dollars because they had millions of dollars to put in. But if you put your $1,000 in here, you don't almost shit. You don't shit. You could take your $1,000 back and you'll have free Ethereum. Right? Just think about that. Okay. And Ethereum is going to go even higher eventually. So when it goes down, just buy that shit. Shut the fuck up and buy that shit. So we got Ethereum right here, 20% up. XRP, look at XRP, 8%. Right? XRP still ain't been unleashed yet, but I got news on XRP. We're going to get to that. Right? XRP still ain't been unleashed yet. We got BNB up 5%. Look at Solana. I got one of these coins I'm going to show you. Sui. This is the coin I got right here. It was up higher than this, but it's coming down now. Good. It's taking a breather. 16% in 7 days, 5% in the last 24 hours. This bitch just been running. I got this. I got 1,500 tokens of this that I got in my portfolio. Around $2 and some change. With my average buying my average buying. This one right here, I got this one, boy. All right, so we gonna let's go to the monthly look. It still ain't. Look at this. And these people coming on this app babbling about nothing because that's what the people want to hear. This shit is crazy, man. Look, $2.05. You double. Could have doubled your money. This is around the tariff shit. Look, 416. This is the dates of that shit. 415. So if you just slowly buying, why would you want to come in now? Moving like this. Because you see everybody else making money, you too late. You should have been buying back in here. I was making live streams. I was saying I'm dollar cost average and I was saying I'm buying. Now I'm telling you I'm about to flip into the seller now. Look at this shit. This is double your money. I ain't quite double my money yet, but once I double my money, best believe that I'm going to take my initial investment out of this shit. Because fuck Sui. I want the money. I don't want Sui. I want the money. Is this going to be the vehicle to get the money? Then I'm going to use this vehicle and get out of this vehicle and put it back into the cash, waiting for what? The next time when everybody's losing their shit and everybody's crying like a baby. That's when I'm going to enter the market again. Okay. And then you got the indicator right there, the fear and greed indicator. So, okay, this is Sui. This one I got. All right, let's keep looking at this shit. Chain link right underneath Sui. I got this too. I own some of this. I got 250 shares of this. Tokens. Right? It's up 10% in 24 hours, 11% in the past 7 days. So I'm making money on this too. I think I'm almost at $1,000 in profit with this, but I'm just gonna chill with that. Why am I buying this? Because these are big time American made cryptos. This is what Donald Trump was talking about. And I'm listening to him say he looking to put real world assets, right? So when I go on this crypto.com coin market cap, I'm looking at the USA. He said he want his cryptos made in the USA. So when you click right here, you can look, it lists you all the American cryptos. Yeah. So you know these the ones Trump gonna make regulations in favor of, right? We got Solana on here. Solana was $100 when the tariff news came. This shit went down to $95. Look at the price. 174. You see the price? The shit was $95. All right, we got I got Chainlink. See, I got Sui. Look, they passed the checklist. Cardano is in the United States one. Stellar, I own Stellar, right? I own some of Stellar. So we gonna go up a little bit. back this shit out right here, right here. All right, and this is the narrative, the real world, the tokenization of real world assets. Because Larry Fink from BlackRock, the biggest institution in the world, right? I remember all of this shit, especially when the market start tanking and people start acting like babies. Remember, Larry Fink said he want the SEC to hurry up and approve the tokenization of real world assets. He's saying this shit out of his mouth, and I'm listening. So this is the real world asset category of cryptos. Look at the what you normally keep seeing. Look, Chainlink. I got Chainlink. I got Stellar. Hedera is a good one. I got this Ondo. Look, I got 3,000 shares of this, 3,000 tokens of this crypto coins of Ondo. Right. So I need this shit to go to $3. I'm good. I'm taking my low money that I put in. I'm taking that off the table because I can use that to make another investment. Then I will have Ondo in the account that's free, right? That I didn't pay for. I did that with XRP, and I do that with all the assets. That way I have assets for free, right? And then I got the money to make other investments at the same time because there's always an opportunity if you paying attention for it. So okay, these are the real world assets all under this category. You can do this your fucking self, right? When you start going down the list, the more risky they become because these are by market cap, right? See this little market cap right here is only 300 million. They list these in order by market cap, right? You don't want a little baby joint because that's risky, right? You want something with some weight. Chainlink is the number one in this category. I own Chainlink, right? It's in two categories. I got 250 of these. I don't got $1 million in it, but I understand this shit gonna be more valuable in the future. I understand that, and I understand it's a safer crypto allocation because why? The market cap, right? It's a lot of money in this shit. It's a higher market cap. It has a stronger foundation. This. So I buy it. It might not move as fast as some of the lower market cap ones, but this is more of a safer investment, if you understand. It's not the safest investment, it's still risky, but it's more of a safer investment than the lower tier ones, the lower market cap ones. You can make more money in those, but you also got a lot more risk. So I own this. Chainlink, I own Stellar. Matter of fact, I tripled my position. I made more money in Stellar. I sold Stellar for 50 cents. A lot of Stellar. I made a lot of money in Stellar. I sold half the position when it went up, and now I have Stellar for free. The Stellar that I have in my account right now, it's all free. It's free. I paid for it, but when I doubled and tripled, well, shit, I made a lot of money on Stellar. I 5x the money I put in Stellar. I 5x'd it. And when I went to 50 cent, I sold like half of that shit. So everything that I got in this Stellar position is all free to me. I don't care about it, right? Ondo. See, I got Ondo too. I got this one. I own it. So that's what you're seeing over here. Now let's see the news. What the news was. First, we got to bring y'all to the beginning of the news, which happened that probably people wasn't paying attention to because you so busy worried about the wrong shit. Just what the rich people look at, man. Fed holds rates steady as it notes rising uncertainty and stagflation. Okay. So that means they didn't do interest rate cuts, which we want to see. We want to see the rate cuts. Let me explain that. When they cut the interest rates, that just means there's more money circulating around and more people have, it's less for you to live, basically. Your loans and all that type of shit, the interest rates on them will get cut, which means you have more money in your pocket. If you got more money in your pocket, that means you got more money to spend, which means more money in circulations, which also always trickle down to the assets. The assets going to get more money injected into the market when they do a rate cut, right? But this is telling you that the Federal Reserve holds rates steady. So it's no cut, it's no hike. When you get a rate cut hike, the market doesn't like that. The market starts going down. Biz capitalize. I see that shit. I'm happy. I'm like, yeah, boy, let me get some more ownership, right? I'm looking for all negative press. I want negative shit. I don't want the positive shit because now I got to pay more money for my assets. You get it? Once I accumulate a lot of assets and I get the positive news, that's when I sell it and make the money and take some of that money off the table, put that back in my bank account. All right, so what the dude we watched in the last video, I like the term he uses. It's called the lifestyle bank. I think I'm gonna use that in my brain. So shout out to Raw Paul for that. All right, so as you can see, the Fed holds the rate steady. No rate cut, no rate hike. They just didn't do anything. They left it where it's at, which is not bad, nor is it extremely bullish. It's just not bad. But you better remember this, okay? I want you to remember this because I think at this point, this is when I definitely probably be exiting the market and enjoying my summer, right? And waiting for Bitcoin to tank. Right? And all these assets to tank to the tankness, right? And then I'll buy all that shit back again. So you got to think the rate cuts still haven't happened yet. This is another catalyst that could push the market even higher, right? Now, as you see this, hold on, this is my son. Let me see what he want. Yo, what's up, buddy? Nobody's up there? Who is it? Well, whoever that is, tell him to call one of them. I'm gonna call somebody for you, bro. All right. That's my baby boy. Let me get some. I gotta get some motion going on real quick. He's standing outside of a building, nobody there. We gotta make sure he ain't just standing out there. I don't play that shit. Hold on. I'll make sure. All right, I got that in motion. Okay, let's get back to this. While I keep my eye pierced on my phone just in case he texts me. So it say the Fed's hold rate steady. So that's good, right? It's not bad. It's not extremely good, but it's still good. Now listen, I want you to remember this and put this in your brain right here. That the Fed's holding the rate steady. All right. Now, what is making the market move? If the Fed hold the rates, okay, bet. I'm about to tell them. I just got the text that I need to know. I'm about to tell them. Yeah, you could go home. Yeah, you straight. Got a morning ride. You good. Joe just texted me that. He just said go home. So you good. Just roll out. All right, we'll fix that. Just go home and I'm gonna tell you about that. Just don't lose it. Put it in your car and we'll fix that. All right. Yeah, baby boy, good. All right, but let's get back. Now he good, I'm good, we all good. All right, so let me see what y'all doing in the chat. Miss Collins, I see you, no drama, no problem. 216 in the building, Jonathan Thompson. So let's just stay focused. Okay. So that's not good, nor that's positive with this interest rate holding. But what is making the market move today is this right here. What is in the United States UK trade deal? Agreement with limited details. This is what you see. And who is at the helm of this again? This guy right here. So I'm listening to this dude when he talk. Whenever he open his mouth, I'm listening to this shit. Fuck what y'all talking about y'all feelings, man. I'm making a lot of money because of this dude. I don't care about your feelings. Right? So it's a trade deal that they're announcing. What does that mean? Remember those tariffs? When Donald Trump put those tariffs in place and he said that you gonna get down to lay down, guess what? Now we got an agreement with UK. They want to come to agreement. So it looked like they getting down, right? And this is making headlines, and the United States is the shit. Sid. You let that shit, let Donald Trump do his damn job. You just play your position, man. You're not the president. And the way this dude, this dude is crazy, man. I like it, man. He's running this shit like a corporation, and that's good for the business. Right? It's good for money. Now we got the market roaring because they got a trade deal with UK. You forgot about China? Forgot about these other countries that's in the pipeline coming down with these trade deals, and every one of them gonna make the market react. Then we got the interest rate cuts on the background. Every one of those is going to make the market react, right? And then you got somewhere in the middle is going to be some negative bullshit that messed the momentum up. What is that? Opportunity. That's what that is, right? The negative, whatever negative that's coming, that's going to mess the momentum up. People going to start crying again, acting like that's opportunity right there. Right there, that's your opportunity. Right? And then we got the deal coming with China, all these other countries. Then listen to this dude, Donald Trump. He's insane, and I like listening to this shit. You guys can see this. So, all right. So now we know they got a trade deal in place. Along with that trade deal, can y'all hear me? You said we printing money. You damn right, Jaron Gordon. NRG. CX said, I got born day 25. I got born day 25. All right, so I think I took that off the screen. Now let's look at this shit right here, boy. For some reason, I think it's raining outside, so my computer is moving a little slow right now, but it's good though. So let me get this on the screen right here, man. This this dude Donald Trump, boy. What is y'all looking at, man? What is y'all looking at in the world, man? What is y'all paying attention to, man? Y'all not paying attention, man. You better listen to this dude. This dude is crazy right here. I like listening to him. He's funny. He's a fucking clown, but he is a businessman. Okay, you see how it's moving slow? This shit. Oh, black. Let me see.
Go ahead, please. We're going to make fair deals.
All right. Now let me make sure y'all can see this. I'm going in the StreamYards and looking at the screen, see how my screen look. I bet. There go Donald Trump. Right. I want y'all to hear what he about to say. Okay. And this is why your birthday, May 25th, 2025. That's what's up. Happy birthday, bruh. Coming up. 25th. Now, listen to this dude, man. This dude right here, man. I don't care what y'all say about him. All right, listen to Donald Trump.
I'm just honored that this was the first one. Go ahead, please.
The Federal Reserve Chairman, Mr. President, says that you would have to call him for a meeting. Do you plan to meet with him?
I could
and what do
call
you
him
think
for a
about
meeting, but it's like talking to a wall. He should be.
the Bank of England cut today?
Well, the Bank of England cut.
Yo, do y'all hear this president that y'all got, man? He said I would call him in for a meeting, but it's like talking to a wall. Now, let me tell you who he's talking about. He's talking about the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. That's the one that's going to adjust the interest rates, whether they're going to stay same, go up or down. Jerome Powell makes that decision, right? Donald Trump wants rate cuts, man, which is good for the markets. In general, he wants rate cuts. He's been talking about rate cuts. So when they just asked him a question about the man, he said, I will have a meeting with him, but it's like talking to a wall. Basically, he's like irritated with this dude that he's not cutting the interest rates, which is good by me because once he cuts them shits, the market is going to go up. So it gives me more time to buy assets. But listen to Donald Trump. This is your president and mine too. This is definitely my president. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care about none of that other shit. When he talk about this market, that's what I care about. Why? Because I'm invested in that, and that can make my net worth go up. That's why I don't give a fuck about nothing else he talk about. Nothing else really doesn't concern me. It's only when he talk that money talk that I care about. And let him be the businessman that he is, that he run the White House. Listen to him. They asking him about this, the Jerome Powell guy, and not cut interest rates. This is the question that dude asked him.
Federal Reserve Chairman, Mr. President, says that you would have to call him for a meeting. Do you plan to meet on with him?
I could
and what do
call
you
him
think
for a meeting, but it's like talking to a wall. He should be.
the Bank of England cut?
Well, the Bank of England cut, China cut, everybody's cutting but him.
So he's saying that all the other countries, they cut their interest rates. Everybody else cut their interest rate but ours, but the United States. Everybody cut rates but him. He need to stop playing games and cut the interest rate. What's that going to do? That's going to send the market higher. I'm like, Trump, listen to this dude. He knows what the fuck he's doing. Let him do his job, please. Y'all argue about that transgender and all that shit, man. Let him do his job. My job, I done taught my son how to be a man. The fuck?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a shame. I call him Too Late, Too Late Powell. That's his nickname, and it's happens. It's a shame.
Bro, he is disrespecting Jerome Powell, bro, because Jerome Powell ain't do what he told him to do. At the interest rate, stop playing games. He say you playing games. Everybody else cutting their interest rate, you cut ours too. But let them do what they do, because when it do finally happen, the market is going to run. And we know this ahead of time.
Bank of England cut, China cut, everybody's cutting but him. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a shame. I call him Too Late, Too Late Powell. That's his nickname, and it's a shame. It's ridiculous.
What up, Jeff?
He's always too late. But in this case, it's not going to matter that much because our country.
Okay, he's saying that the dude Jerome Powell is taking too long to cut the interest rate. He say he's late. Now he's saying, in this case, it don't even matter about the interest rate cuts. But that'd be a good thing, of course, but that don't even matter. Now, listen to what he about to say right here.
Country is so strong, but in this case, it's not going to matter that much because our country is so strong. We're so powerful in terms of economic strength and what we've done. And I'll tell you what, if we didn't have our first term, you wouldn't be. We created things in the first term. We cut more regulations than any president in history. We cut the taxes more than anybody in history. And a very big factor is going to be the tax bill that we have right now, the one big beautiful.
He said a very big factor. What y'all listening to? Bullshit all day. Right? You didn't hear this. A very big factor is going to be the tax bill. Okay. Let me put that in my register, in my bank register, in my brain. The tax bill. All right, what you talking about, Trump? This tax bill. What you talking about? Let's listen.
History. And a very big factor is going to be the tax bill that we have right now, the one big beautiful bill, as we call it, which is all encompassing, the biggest tax cuts ever in history, and bigger than even the first time. And the
biggest tax cuts ever in history. Okay. That sounds good for the economy, doesn't it? Sound good for these markets, doesn't it? Better put that in your information, your noggin. Put that upstairs in your brain.
Incentives, even great for the UK because it'll make us so strong that we're going to be doing more business with you. It's a very important element for taxes, for every aspect, regulation cuts. That bill is, I believe it's the biggest bill of its kind ever in the history of
I believe it's the biggest bill of its kind ever
this country.
in the history of this country.
And Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune have done an incredible job. I mean, I'll let you know we have to get a vote, but we have a lot of support for that bill. And if that happens on top of all of these trade deals that we're doing, this country will hit a point that you better go out and buy stock now. Let me tell you, this country that you better go out and buy stock now. This country will, all of these trade deals that we're doing, this country will hit a point that you better go out and buy stock now. Let me tell you, this country will be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. This country will. You better go out and buy stock now. Let me tell you, this country will be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. This is going to be numbers that nobody's ever seen before. That's a very important element of all of this. You know, if we get that, if you don't, and the Democrats are fighting it only because they want to fight. They have Trump.
Okay. What did you get from that? I know what the fuck I heard. He said, you heard what he said. This is not financial advice. This coming from the President of the United States. He's talking about a bill, a tax bill that he needs to get passed. If that bill gets passed, he's saying that this shit is going to be like a rocket ship going straight up. Okay. Now that has nothing to do with the interest rate cuts. He said it's going to be a lot of reasons why the economy start going up. And I tell you what, you better buy stocks now. What do you think is going to happen with the crypto market? It's the same thing. The crypto market is a stock market on steroids. Bitcoin and all that shit. Listen to him.
Country will. You better go out and buy stock now. Leader Thune have done an incredible job. I mean, I'll let you know we have to get a vote, but we have a lot of support for that bill. And if that happens on top of all of these trade deals that we're doing.
Okay, so look what you got to look forward to. You got more trade deals that he's going to be doing with all these other countries. Let's hear China and all these countries. What happens? Market go up. All right. And then he's talking about this bill, this tax bill that he's trying to get pushed through legislation or whatever the fuck they got to do. Let him do his fucking job, right? When the tax bill come, he said the market is going to go bananas because of these, whatever the fuck he got going on that he do. Let him do his thing, right? Me, I'm listening to this shit and I'm positioning myself to take advantage of that before it happens, guys. Because when it happens, guys, the market's going to be already up. Get it? These moves happen so fucking fast, yo. You wake up in the morning, that shit up. You wouldn't buy it if you thought that shit would be gone. You'd just be like, $3, $4, $5. You're like, what the fuck? And now you just seen it the other day at $2. Now you looking at it at $5. You like, damn, I guess I got to buy at $5. And I'm like, yeah, buy my shit. Right? You want to position yourself. So we got good news on the horizon. Do not let the bad news, whatever bad news may come, knock you off of what you just heard him say. That's the hard part. We might have, they call them black swan events. We might have an event that happens that just fuck everything up. All the momentum that he got going with this tax bill and these tariff deals and all this shit that he got going on that's pushing the market up, right? Something might come and derail that shit. Yo, do not forget that he said this tax bill shit. So I got that in my brain that, yo, this tax bill that he talking about, that he working with, he plan on making money on that shit because he said, you better buy stock now. Why did he even say that? If stock wasn't important, why did he even say that just now? But nobody wants to pay attention to the stock market or to the crypto market. What's up? Where's the disconnect? Why he even say that out of his mouth? I'll tell you what, you better buy stock now. What the fuck? So I'm thinking about, okay, please some bad news. See how my brain work? I just heard what he said. Let me get some bad news. Please, this market just stop. Stop going up, yo. Stop this shit. Go back down. Can somebody drop a bomb real quick? Because of this tax bill coming, I want to capitalize when that tax bill gets signed. When that tax bill passed. That's when that bill passed. You heard what he said, like a rocket ship. So I'm just thinking, okay, let me prepare myself for that situation. But what's going on now is he just made one trade deal with the UK. And you see this reacting to the market the way it is. On top of that, he said the multiple trade deals that's coming across his desk and this tax bill. And he said the interest rate cuts don't even matter. And that's another positive catalyst that'll send the market up, right? Think about all of that shit when they start talking all this negative shit. That's what you think about when they talk about the negative, you think about the positive. Okay? When they talking too much about the positive, understand that's a sign. When all the news media is saying all this positive shit, everybody can't get rich, yo. Make that make sense. It don't make no sense. So if everybody piling money in, that's the most expensive the market is going to be able to get. And you need to get the fuck out the way when that happens. And it's coming close. You see the fear and greed index sitting at a 70. Market is telling you that everybody's starting to get greedy now. I'm on the side of starting to get the fuck out the way. Now let's look. Now we heard that. Let's listen to him a little bit more.
This country will hit a point that
What up, DNYC 81? Jeff R in the building. I see y'all in here.
you better go out and buy stock now. Let me tell you, this country will be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. This is going to be numbers that nobody's ever seen before. That's a very important element of all of this. You know, if we get that, if you don't, and the Democrats are fighting it only because they want to fight. They have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, if somebody else, they wouldn't fight. If you had a normal person, if you had some stiff sitting behind you, they'd be fine. But they have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, Senator Schumer's become a Palestinian. Welcome.
Yeah, this dude is a comedian.
Give him the ceremony, whatever the ceremony may be. It's terrible what's happened to the Democrats. So,
yeah, he's a funny dude, man. Shout out to Donald Trump, man. Keep making my bags great again. Fuck what they talk about, man. Keep doing this, man. Keep this market moving like this, man. He got money invested, man. Y'all better pay attention. That's all I got to say about that. Now, I showed y'all most of the shit, man. It's time to get up out of here. Well, I can show you my account. Let me show you what my account is doing. Let me see if I got it up here somewhere. For some reason, this computer acting slow. I don't see the oh, there it go. It's up there. But it's just the rain, man. It's a rainy day. All right. Mic check. Yeah, make my bags great again. Facts. Jerry Gordon, facts, bro. That's what we do around here. Okay, let's look at my account real quick and see what's going on in the biz account, man, the channel account, man. We moving and grooving. So we at 39,000 shit. This morning that shit's at 40,000 some change. So it's okay. It's just moving and grooving. Y'all can see we at 39,000. I'm up 10% overall with the money, right? But with the let me see the accounts. Let me go to the accounts. Okay, so here we go. This is what I've been doing. I've been buying like a motherfucker. If y'all can see, can y'all see? I was buying before all of this. I just keep adding. Now I slowed my buying a little bit because the market is pumping like a motherfucker. And now it's just time for me to watch my money grow. So it's a XRP right here. You see, I got $6,125 worth. This whole 2,500 is free. All that shit is free because I was buying XRP at 50 cent. I had 11,000 of them at 50 cent. That shit ran up. I took a lot of profit off the table and I start putting it into these other assets, right? So I got Chainlink. I need you guys to see how this shit work, man, because this is how you grow. This is how I'm about to get rich on their ass. You watch and see. Chainlink, right? I got $4,000 in Chainlink. It's up 10%, right? Sui, this one right here is smoking. I got more Sui than this, but it's staked. I got some in my staking account. I got 500 Sui tokens, I think. So I got 1,400 total. I want to get 1,500. So I might. Let me see. See right here in my Earn wallet. I got money in the airdrop arena. I got money in the Earn wallet. These are, see where it say view in the app. If I showed you in the app, you would see that I got Kronos in my Earn wallet. I got Sui in my Earn wallet, and I'm just gaining interest off of holding it. So I got 1,400 Sui tokens. I was trying to get to 1,500, but it don't look like I'm gonna get there because the market want to go crazy today and yesterday. No, so I'm not gonna buy that shit today, this week. I'm gonna wait till it come back down. I already got enough. If it keep going up, oh well, let it go up. I got money in there. You know what I'm saying? If it start coming down, that's when I start buying more. I already got money in there. I don't need no more, right? But I got 1,400 Sui. I got 500 of those staked, right? It's a 1 day period that it could stake, which is not long. So I could unstake it today and it'll be ready for me to sell tomorrow. But I'm gonna leave that right there. And then those 900 Sui tokens, if this shit start going ballistic, I'm selling all that shit. And those 500, it'll be free. And I could keep those forever. It depends on how ballistic we go. If we go crazy, I might only sell 400 of them and keep 1,000 of them for free, depending on how high the market go. Right? Then I'll have 1,000 Sui tokens that I don't have to buy, that I didn't pay for. Well, I paid for it with time, but it's basically free, sitting over there free. The same thing I did with Stellar and XRP and a lot of these other different projects. My Clean Spark, bro, I own Clean Spark. I don't even look at it because I made so much money on it. The last time it ran up, it's just sitting over there. I think it's like $6,000 or $7,000 just sitting there. I don't even look at that shit. I be forgetting I got it over there sometimes. It's all free. Every one of those Clean Spark shares over there is free. I made 30, almost $30,000 off that shit. I'm good. I made a lot of money off that shit. Right? When it start going back up, it's all free. It's all just sitting over there because once the market ran crazy, I took my profits off the table. I took my money off the table. Right? But it's sitting over there. It's still there. Whatever's over there is all profit. I could leave it over there forever. I don't even need to think about it. Or I could sell it tomorrow if I need to. Something go wrong. I got money sitting right there. I could sell it. Right? So we got Shiba Inu. That's just a meme token. Even that shit went up 15%. I told you that's just play money. I'm willing to lose all of that money. It's just sitting there. It's like a gamble. If Shiba Inu start going bananas, I'm selling it. All of it. It'll all be coming off the table, turning into cash. Right? Here go my Ondo position. I done build that up to 3,000 Ondo. Right? I got 3,000 some dollars in here. You watch me walk this dog. Y'all watch me pile money in here little by little. Now my average buy-in, I think it's like 94 cents. And now we at 106, I mean $1.06. So that means all of my Ondo is green. Because I was buying when the market was going down, when everybody was crying, right? Stella, this is all free. All this money, this 1,000, 1,500, this shit free. I bought like 10,000 Stella. That shit went to 50 cent. I sold half of it, and it's just sitting there. All that shit free. I don't gotta do shit. I could leave this shit. It could go to zero. But if I needed to sell it, I could sell it and take that 1,500 off the table. If it go crazy higher, guess what? I'm gonna just sell more of it. I don't care if it go to zero because it's all free. I took my money out of there already. AIOZ. This is just another play that I like. It's AI. This is an AI play. And this one Beam, this is a gaming play. This is a gaming token. So this shit is real cheap. I got 150,000 of them If this shit start going 2 cent, 3 cent, I could sell all of this, most of this shit, and have Beam for free. That's what I like to do with all of these cryptos. Once I double and triple my money, I don't never be too greedy, man. That's how you get smoked. You know, you gotta want to exit the market. Buying is not the only thing you do in the market. Part of the market is selling. So you can see now we at almost 40 grand right here, sitting right here. Now, who been watching, you guys seen me drop to the 29,000s, to the 32,000. Y'all been watching my channel. The market is moving. And most of this money is in the past. Shit, this telling you in the past day, we got $4,000 profit. It was higher than that yesterday. It was like 4,400 in one day. This is how the market moves. But it moves like that only because I constantly add to this shit. I don't just leave it there and let it sit there. When the market on the bad days, I pay attention to this shit and I add to it. Right? Look at this. 3,000 Ondo token. Jeff R. know when he first brought this to my attention, I only had like 1,000 of them, or I don't know, 500 of them. I just made a little purchase, and then as the market go down, I be patient. When the market going down, I start piling in more money. The market go lower, let me get some more. The market go lower, let me get some more. Now my average cost is around 90 something cent. It's my average cost. So now I'm in the clear. Do I want to buy it at $1.06? No. The market is pumping. Why? Because I've been spoiled. I've been buying at 70 cent, 80 cent. I just been adding to the bag. Right? So now when I look at this $1.06 shit, I don't want to buy it. I'm all in profit. Right? I'm good. If this shit start getting weak and it go back into that 90 cent, 80 cent area, I'll start buying again. If not, I got 3,000 for the ride. If this shit go to $5, you do the math. 15,000. If this shit go to $3, you see what I'm saying? If this shit go to $1.50, if it go to 80 cent, I'll buy more. Now I'm in sell mode. I'm looking to sell it. I want to see it go to 2, 3, 4. If this bitch go to $5, you best believe Biz is out of here. I just did what I'm supposed to do. I'm definitely selling more than half. I probably sell 2,000 of those and keep 1,000 forever for free. You know? And then all of that extra money, I put it in the bank and go buy my daughter a car. You add that to the lifestyle bank. This is how you play the game, right? So you guys are paying attention. We are at a 70 in the fear and greed index. We are in greed right now. We need to get this bitch up into extreme greed. And for that to happen, I need Bitcoin to break all-time high and start heading towards 110, 115. Oh my God. It's not going to happen overnight, okay? Don't think that you're just going to break that shit that easily. You see, we stalling out again. Previous all-time high was 108. Look, we at fucking 10. What is it at now? Let me check Bitcoin again. So we see this, okay? You guys see my account. Y'all see I'm growing it. Biz don't just talk that shit. Biz is actually doing it, right? We growing it. We getting them numbers up, right? This is what you guys need to want to do. Okay, so we see that. I'm going to go back to Bitcoin. See what Bitcoin price is. And then we going to get out of here. And y'all could go roast and joke and laugh and all day. The rest of the day, we had 103,000 and 2,000. See, are we stalling out? I don't want, Ben, please. Just hold that $100,000 level. That is more bullish to me than seeing it go to 125 right now. I would rather it just stop and build a foundation at $100,000. Because I'm telling you, if we run up that high, the market is going to crash. It's not stable. Think about foundation. We need to build this baseline right here. We need to just build this shit. Just Keep building. Give me like 3 weeks of this shit. Just 100,000, 101, 100,000. Just stay right there and then start moving up. Think about steps, right? If we just take off and shoot up there right now, bruh, that shit could collapse. It's a free fall. You want to, right now, we building the foundation at $100,000. If it dropped below 100,000, I need to stay like 98. I don't want to see this bitch go back to 90, 91. Man, fuck. That means people gonna get more emotional, and the market is likely to come more lower. Market likely to go lower. We need to hold this 100,000, and we need to slowly get our asses to break that 108. Man, ain't nothing above 108. It's not charted. It's never been that high. The all-time high for Bitcoin is 108. We damn near at all-time highs right now. We need to break that shit. And this shit need to put, if it happens too fast, guys, you know the market is gonna come down. You know that. It needs to slow and steady move like this. It don't need no more keep pushing and pushing. That shit is, I don't like that shit. When the market start going up crazy like that, I'm like, fuck. Because now you know it's gonna come back down. There's no foundation right there. Right? We need to slowly build momentum. Maybe into the summertime. Let that shit just marinate. And then here come one of them trade announcements. Boom. Here come that bill Donald Trump come talking about. Boom. Here come them interest rate cuts. Send the market even higher. Boom. Biz out. I done made a lot of fucking money. Let me get my money off the table. Put that money over there. Now I'm waiting for the bear market. I'm waiting for everybody to think they're going to keep getting rich. And then watch all that shit crash. And then everybody start complaining again. Then I take all that fucking money that I just made and put it all back in the market again while everybody crying, and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. That's what you do. And I've been doing it. I bought my house doing this. My son got a car for me doing this. I've been doing this. I do this. I like doing this. I'm not flipping major. If I had $10 million in the bank, but I'd probably be a billionaire already. I'd probably be fucking stupid rich. It's just that you got to understand the psychology. Then you build your bank up, right? Once you understand how the market moves, that's how you could build your bank up. I need more money because I know when to buy. You see, when the tariff came, I made a live stream and I said, I'm buying this shit. Imagine if I had Steph Curry money and I put $100 million in that bitch when the market was at with that tariff situation. That shit, I'd have probably made $20 million. I'm selling everything right now today. I don't gotta keep waiting. I'm selling everything right now today, but I just cashed $15 million. And just be patient. That's it. Be patient. Chill. Wait for the bad news. Capitalize. When you see that bad news, and let me tell you this, man. Normally, the biggest effect to the bad news is like the first 2 days of it. Once that bad news settle for like a week, that shit is over with. There's no more bad news, right? That impact of that news is no longer as strong. Like when COVID came and they announced all those deaths and all that shit, the market, if you look at it, it was just a straight spike down. Then it found the bottom, and that was it. That was it. Ain't no more down. Right? The tariff, same shit. They announced the news the first couple of days. That bitch went straight down. Boom. And it found the bottom. And that was it. But the rest of the world talking about, well, I don't know about the economy. It's going to go bad. Everything is going bad. And I'm like, yo, you see that sun right there? God made that. I bet you it'll come up tomorrow. What you talking about? Ain't nothing going down, man. What you talking about? I bet you that sun come up tomorrow. Y'all forgot about that. That sun. Y'all worried too much about the tariffs and all this other shit. That sun coming up. They already committed to Bitcoin. Donald Trump passed a bill that the United States is starting to accumulate Bitcoin in strategic reserve. They already said Bitcoin is official, bruh. And we got another piece of news I need to show about XRP. Damn, did I even put it up here? Basically, it's announced that XRP lawsuit coming to an end, and they only got to pay like 50 million. It was 125 million, but it's a settlement. So XRP is probably about to start sending that bitch. is about to be unleashed. We might see an $8, $5 XRP. At that point, now, all of my XRP that I hold is free, right? At that $8 point, I'm going to be taking more profits from that. I might sell 500 of them, you know? I might keep selling, taking profits from that shit. I need this shit to crash. I need this market to crash. But that's it, man. Pay attention. Fear and greed index is right here. All right. We're not in extreme greed yet. We still got some room to go. But just understand your returns are not going to be that great because we pushing into this extreme area. You wanted to buy the market over here. And trust me, it will get your ass back over here. But when you see it over here, you're going to see the most terrible news in the world. And that's going to make your brain not want to buy. And that's when you should say, hold it. I remember this. This happened before. When the last time this happened, I should have bought this shit. I ain't about to let them trick me no more. Right? That's it. And you can see we starting to get the altcoin season. Look at the altcoin season indicator starting to move up. This is gonna be fun, boy. I'm gonna make a lot of fucking money. So you guys just chill, right? If you see any weakness, remember the shit that you just heard, right? When you see that weakness, don't be worried about the money. Think about how much ownership you got, because the only reason my portfolio is going up $4,000 and $5,000 is because the amount of ownership that I have pushing it up. Okay, the goal is to obtain ownership in these good crypto assets, in these good stock assets. That's the goal. But man, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Shout out to my boy 86K, man. That's crazy. They done got my man bent off the goddamn fucking platform, bruh. Terrible. Terrible, man. They say, yeah, what does that mean? Altcoin season, Bitcoin season. Yo, it's Mike. They kicked him out. Hey, Jaron Gordon, that just means when it's altcoin season, the altcoins take off. Or altcoin is anything other than Bitcoin. It's basically showing Bitcoin's dominance, right? It's basically showing Bitcoin's dominance. Bitcoin has high dominance over the market right now. Bitcoin's taking center stage. So the focus is on Bitcoin. Once you see Ethereum starts taking dominance over Bitcoin, that introduces altcoin season. And during altcoin season is when you start seeing these altcoins do ridiculous, make ridiculous numbers. That's when you'll start to see that fucking Ondo finance start going berserk. You know, you'll see Ethereum going berserk. You'll see Solana start going berserk. All these other cryptos, because think about it, the money got to flow downhill, right? So when Bitcoin does good, people take profits from Bitcoin, and then they take that money and they put it into the other cryptocurrencies, right? And then you'll have meme coin season where all the meme coins just going bananas. That's why I got that Shiba Inus just sitting there. When meme comes, when those meme coins get back hot again and them shits start going berserk, I'm already got position in them. So when that bitch start going berserk and I'm looking at my fucking phone and that shit going boom, 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 I could just sell it. Y'all can add this shit. I made a lot of money. I'm good. I served my purpose. Let me get out of this meme token. Don't be greedy. I made 5,000, 6,000. I'm out. Well, I could have made. I don't give a fuck what I could have made. I got a household. You know, I'm using these as vehicles to grow my net worth. You know. Yeah, his backup channel going too, bruh. Yo, it's Mike. They took the man out, man. They took the man out. He don't got his backup channel or his main channel. He can't even type in the chat. They got the nigga can't even type. Shit, I think he got to create a whole nother account in order to type in the chat, bro. This shit crazy. So that's the difference between Bitcoin season and altcoin season. Right now, it's still Bitcoin season, but altcoin season looks like when Bitcoin, put it like this, man. This is how previous cycles work. When Bitcoin take off, Bitcoin go first. That bitch be getting all the eyes. The other tokens start to inch up a little bit, right? They start going up in anticipation. Then when Bitcoin starts to max out and it starts to come back down, that's when you have altcoin season. That's when the altcoins start going berserk because people start taking their profits that they made from Bitcoin and they start putting it into Ethereum, Solana, and all that shit because they be trying to double and triple and quadruple their money. And then the altcoins will get a brief period that they start going in absolutely insane. And that's what we waiting for. We literally waiting for these bitches to start going insane so we could take the money out of them. It's it, man. I don't give a fuck about nothing that's on my portfolio. I give a fuck about my children. And I'm using these assets to make me money and create wealth so I can use that wealth to do other things with, obtain other assets. You know what I'm saying? It's what you watching me do. I made a lot of money in XRP. I didn't take that money and go buy a car. I took that money and built out a chain link position. I took some of that money and built out that Ondo position that I got, the Sui position that I got. That's what I used. The money I got from XRP. When XRP went from 50 cents to goddamn $3. That shit was going crazy, right? I made a lot of money right there. I had to take that money off the table. I didn't say, yo, this shit could go to $10 and I'm gonna make no. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. So now I'm building my Sui out. I got Chainlink. I got Ondo right along in the narrative. And when these shit start going up, I could sell, and take from each. And now I have a balanced portfolio. Instead of just one or two cryptos, I got a balanced portfolio with free money. So that's it, man. Enough of me babbling, man. Y'all go ahead and have fun. I'll be on here an hour and a half. I don't want to make that 2-hour mark. We ain't got shit else to do. It's 39 people in here, man. Y'all been watching strong, and I appreciate that because you guys give me the motivation to do this. I know it's probably some detractors in the chat, and y'all bitch asses probably learning from me, but that's okay. But you just can't type in here, and I don't want to see your ass. So, but you can learn from the bushes, right? 39 of these people are in here trying to learn, and that's what's up, and we all could bounce ideas and thoughts off of each other. But you just understand when this market starts going berserk, it's time to take profits. Do not let the money. I always tell people this, man. If you're going to take a screenshot and send it to somebody, you should take a screen sell and put that shit in your bank account. Don't lose the bag because you anticipating on it going higher, yo. You need to, before you buy anything, you need to have an exit strategy and stick to your exit strategy. Because selling is a part of the game. It's a reason why there's sell button there. Okay? It's not just buying. A lot of people round trip the money. I done seen it happen to me, man. I'm telling you. I done seen motherfucker go up. I got 20,000, 30,000. Next thing you know, that shit at fucking 7. Because I'm sitting there like a dumbass and not taking my money when it's presented to me. Because I'm thinking it's going to go from 20 to 50 and I lose it. And it go back to 7 and I get pissed. That happened to me before. It don't happen to me no more because I learned from that shit. When I see that money going berserk like that, I'm selling. I'm taking some off the table. You guys watch me do that in Christmas time. Around when Donald Trump got inaugurated. I came on the stream and said I ain't like this shit. This is the first time we've been at 100,000 since then. And I took money and I didn't have to go to work all winter. I stayed at the house all winter time because I ain't need to do shit. I had a lot of fucking money that I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. Now I'm in sell mode again because I've been in buy mode this whole time. Now I'm in watch. I'm in watch mode. I want to watch. I just want to see what's happening. And I'll let you know when I get in sell mode. Shit, you'll know. Look at CoinMarketCap. When you see that motherfucker get up in that stream greed area, just know it's probably time to take some profits. Everybody not going to make it. It's probably time to take some profits. But with that being said, man, I try to help you. And I try to grow a little bit of knowledge today. Hopefully you guys seen something here today that you didn't see before. And maybe we can make a better world and a better future for our families. So Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Donald J. Trump, man. Y'all better go follow him on your social media platforms because of that dude crazy, man. He just tweet out some shit and the market go bananas. You better follow him. But all right, man. Y'all be good, man. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Shout out my boy 86K. Y'all got him in jail, man. Shout out to Mill Tickets. Shout out to DMD. Shout out Double Speak. Shout out Miss Collins. Shout out to Yo Thoughts, Miss Akimi. Shit, man. Shout out to a bunch of y'all. If I missed you, my bad. Shout out to my boy EJ. Who else, man? If I missed y'all, it's my bad, man. Shout out to my supporters. All the haters, man, y'all stay in the bushes. Y'all can make some money too, though, you clowns. Maybe you'll learn. But that's it, man. Miss Frances Green, what she say? Oh, you think I should put a disclaimer across the screen? Okay, that's a good idea. Like, this is not financial advice, because I didn't even look at that ticket thing right there. I should make one of those, Miss Francis. That's a good idea. Appreciate that. But this ain't financial advice, and I'm just sharing my thoughts, my ideas, and my opinions, and that's it. You know, Donald Trump told you to buy. I didn't tell you to buy shit. You just heard him. Looking crazy. All right, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all be good. Peace.